Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. For today's video, I wanted to dive back into some XRP analysis and start off the week strong. XRP is holding very strong in comparison with the rest of the market. We've seen Bitcoin decline, we've seen the rest of the altcoins decline, but a select few are actually holding very strong, XRP being the prime suspect. In a market full of red, we're seeing XRP being one of the few green coins up on the daily. So I wanted to dive into this, share with you guys why I think we're actually going to be breaking out very soon, making new all-time highs in the next leg up, and why a $15 XRP might not be that unrealistic moving forward from here. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Always remember to click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of these awesome videos like the one provided for you here. And make sure you guys sign up and join the Discord server of over 20,000 members and growing. Links are provided for you in the description for the people that do want to go ahead and sign up today. With that being said, guys, if you're a new guy just getting into these markets like I know a lot of you are, make sure you guys download my free ebook. This is going to teach you guys a lot of the basics to understanding markets and how to actually go about being profitable inside of the markets. Links are provided for you in the description, and did I mention that it's free? Go check that out. And with all that being said, guys, let's jump right into this awesome video today. Alrighty guys, so for today's video, we're going to be talking about XRP. I want to dive into XRP analysis right off the bat on Monday to just give you guys a clear picture of everything that's going on. Now, we're going to start off with some XRP analysis, and then we're going to eventually jump into some Bitcoin analysis just to give you guys a short-term update on what I'm thinking. So if you guys do want to see some of that, you can wait till the end of this video, and I will talk about that later. Now, right off the bat, I did want to talk about XRP because of the fact, guys, I believe that XRP is actually holding a lot of strength right now in comparison to the rest of the market. What we can see is it's actually one of the few coins that was actually up green on the day. Now, it is going down a little bit, but overall, I do like the way the market structure is looking, and I want to dive into the shorter time frames and actually give you guys a little bit of an explanation here. Now, what I kind of think is happening on the shorter time frames is we've seen our first Elliott wave impulse. Now, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the ABC that we got actually had a B wave that went and extended higher than the wave 5, which happens. But then we got our C leg right back down here onto previous support. And so this is really an area in which I expected to hold support here, and we have thus far. So I think that where it stands right now, the best thing to do is just continue to play the bullish approach with seeing this, you know, it can consolidate sideways a little bit more. But I do think that we're going to see this breaking up, because even if we do see Bitcoin go lower, which we're at like 35% based off the correction so far, we don't necessarily need to go a lot lower than that. And I was watching for anywhere from 30 to 40% because that was typical in the last bull cycle. So that's really what a lot of people are watching for, to see Bitcoin shaking out about that same percentage. It's not really a big deal, especially if you've been here experiencing last March and what that was like, or I should say March in 2020. That was really gnarly when it came to sell-offs, and this is nothing close to what we've seen there. So I honestly think that if you've experienced that type of a sell-off, this should be nothing new. This is just typical market consolidation as Bitcoin chops around. We've seen altcoins handle up really well according to Bitcoin chopping and going down most of the time. We have seen some of the other coins go down, but overall, we have seen altcoins hold support. And that's why I've seen altcoin dominance, or what I should say, Bitcoin dominance, falling while altcoin dominance rises significantly. So as it stands right now, guys, we do have some short-term resistance that we want to make sure that we clear ourselves from. But the more that we coil tighter and tighter to this resistance, the more likely that it is we're going to get a breakout. And as it stands, guys, this is nothing but bullish market structure all the way through. We've had nothing but higher highs and higher lows throughout this entire period of time. Now we've seen a significant breakout on the upside, but regardless, we're still seeing higher highs and higher lows. And so I honestly think that it is possible that we could consolidate sideways here a little bit more, but regardless of that, we will see a breakout on the upside. And to be quite honest, guys, this looks very similar to what we saw with Doge, and I'm going to bring that up for you guys real quick right now. Now, Doge made its first major breakout, the first big parabolic rise, and it made this same type of a consolidation pattern. And you could call it like an Adam and you could call it like an Adam and Eve. I've seen a lot of people call it that, where you have a low here, and then you make a higher high, and then it goes up in continuation. It looks literally the same exact type of consolidation as what we saw here with Doge. Right before Doge had a very, very big pump on the upside, which if we follow what Doge was doing, then we very easily could be seeing XRP at, you know, maybe $15 to $16. Do I think that that's unreasonable expectations? Not in the slightest. And this is the thing, guys, is as XRP holders, we've been waiting for this moment in time to happen, where we see that big impulse, that big expansion in price, because this is literally how these markets move. The altcoins move like this. We see Dogecoin move like this, not just because of Elon Musk, but because this is what happens every cycle to all of the altcoins. And I think a lot of people are thinking, oh man, the only reason Doge pumped that high is because Elon Musk was shilling it. And while yes, it did definitely enhance the overall expansion in price that we saw, this is going to be what happens to all the other coins, because this is what they're all going to make money off of these coins, and we're going to cycle them to other coins, and they're all just going to do the same type of thing. They make huge expansive market cycles, and we have an opportunity of making a lot of money off of them. Now, yes, some of them will pump harder than others. That's just the way it goes. But overall, guys, I think a lot of these are going to get these same type of returns. XRP is one that I do think will have similar type of price action, because this is just the way it's always moved. And XRP looks one of the more similar price charts as Doge. And so I actually think it's going to continue to follow it. We've been looking at the Doge fractal for a while, and I even pointed this out, guys. I've been pointing this out since we were impulsing up here. I said I would expect that around $2 we would see a 40% pullback, similar to what we saw with Doge. Exact same type of move that we saw with Doge. And even if we bring up the same charts here, we can see it's right here with this move. I pointed it out for us. When we broke our resistance in our first major move, we broke that resistance and flipped it here. It's the same type of price action that we saw here. Now keep in mind, I drew this pattern from this point and above. And so the price action does look a little bit different, but it's the same type of move here. And this is what we should be expecting to see from XRP. Now, I don't know if we're going to get the same type of expansion as far as ROI goes, but I don't see why we couldn't. And that's kind of one of the big reasons why I have invested so much into XRP, is because I did expect that once the bull market rolls through, we would see some very, very parabolic price action. So we need to be paying attention for this moving forward. Wanted to give you guys a quick update with the dollar pair. Let's actually talk about the Bitcoin pair moving forward from here. So based off of the Bitcoin pair, guys, I actually think that this is one of the best charts you could be looking at right now, and it looks so phenomenal based off of this chart. And if we dive into the shorter time frames, I'll give you guys a little bit of an update here. Now, everything that we've been pointing out for the last couple weeks has happened, and we've been really pointing this stuff out because it's been the most important price action that we need to analyze on this chart. And in my opinion, it was right here. Now, let's draw it right there, actually. So this was our support here for a long time. We sold below it, became resistance. You know, we can't hold it, became resistance here. But we did flip back above this. And this has kind of been a level that I've pointed out for a while. I've said that if we can't be above it, then we're bearish. And if we get above it, then we're bullish, obviously. And I expected that once we did get above this level, we would see a pretty big pump on the upside. Now, it's very, very similar to what we saw here with Dogecoin. And if I bring it in here, let's go talk about the two pairs once again, because I want to always analyze the two, because I think that they're going to be the most similar to analyze off of moving forward from here. So I think it's pretty easy to tell that these two are pretty much the same chart here. So what really happened with Doge here at the very bottom of its impulse was we had the same type of support and resistance flip. We had this horizontal support that we held for a long time, and then we broke below that. But once we flipped this as support, this is when the next phase of this parabolic cycle started. And that's where we got this next move here. Now, when we take this chart, it reminds me of what the same thing we're seeing here with XRP today. And in my opinion, this move here is the same move as we saw down here with Doge. Now, what we're setting up for right now, in my opinion, once again, is a quick breakout, probably close to these all-time highs. We're going to hit these all-time highs, same thing that happened here with Doge. We're going to hit relatively close to these all-time highs, and then we're going to have a sharp pullback. And where this sharp pullback is going to take place is the same level, or the same sort of level as where we saw here with Doge. This was probably the most important level throughout Doge's history. Now, when we flip this as support, this is what gave us this massive parabolic rise coming from Doge. And so if we compare these two, that same level for Doge is pretty much the same as saying this level for XRP. And that's why I do believe that we're going to see the same price action. We're going to see this same type of catapult to the all-time highs. We'll see the pullback. We'll flip this level here. This was once acting as previous resistance, is now acting as support, and then that's what's going to catapult us into new all-time highs, as we're going to see the most profitable altcoin cycle in history. We can make a lot of money off of this cycle. So I do believe we're going to see the same type of price action here, and I wanted to give you guys this quick update just as a way to basically explain what I think is going to happen. If this type of a price action move happens, we will see some of the best expansion of price that we've ever seen for XRP, and we will have the opportunity of multiply our Bitcoin by a significant amount of profit, maybe even 20 to 50x. We have no idea, but I do believe we're going to make a ton of money off of holding these positions, which is one of the big reasons why I put so much money into XRP. It's one of the big reasons I put so much money into these altcoins. When they pump, they provide a ton of Bitcoin gains that far outpasses anything that you're going to make holding Bitcoin long term. So I wanted to give you guys this update as a way to give you guys some basic explanation of what I think XRP is going to do moving forward. Now that we've talked about XRP, I do want to briefly talk about Bitcoin, as the people that did stay at the end that wanted to hear more about this. So let's talk about Bitcoin here. For today's video, we're going to pretty much talk about some of the analysis that I've had inside of my Discord server, and we followed it pretty much exact. Now, I've had this analysis laid out for about a week or two. Now, once we were at this resistance here is when I drew this red box, and I noticed that at this initial sell-off from this red box up here, I noticed that we were getting some supply, and we made this first lower high in the sell-off. And this is when I drew these two different price targets. Now, this black one was recently drawn when we were sitting right here at support. And so I'm going to basically walk you guys through my analysis and what I've had drawn here and how it's pretty much played out and how I think we're going to move forward based off of this action. Now, we did get the sell-off that I originally drew out here. I drew it out and I pinpointed that we would be probably falling to about $43,000. Now, when we initially fell off right here to about 49, I pinpointed that it looked like we could hold, but I said it was more likely that we would get one more leg down. And that's when I drew this black line here to kind of show the price action that I thought we could get, which, you know, all in all is basically what we happened. Now, all in all, this is pretty much what we had happen. We sold down to this $43,000 level, and now we've actually gone a little lower than that. We've actually hit down to about $42,000. And so, based off of this price action, guys, I think that this can go a couple different ways here. What I pointed out was that from this level, we would probably see a bounce, and we would either see bull market continuation on the upside, pinpointed by this green line, or we would see a bounce on the short term, and then we would get further downside continuation. Now, I want to pinpoint the idea that we could just see further continuation right off the bat to this green line down here. If we do get further continuation, I would expect about 34,000 to be a logical support level to hit. Now, keep in mind, guys, based off of all of our indicators, we've pretty much followed roughly what I had drawn here. We've had a lot of descending resistance here. We had a lot of bearish-looking price action for Bitcoin for a while. Now, one of the big reasons I pinpointed the likelihood of us falling to 43,000 is mainly because we formed a pretty obvious head and shoulder top formation. And this head and shoulder top had some diagonal support here, but we have broken below that, and this is continuation from this. So the reason I pinpoint that we could just drop straight to 34,000 is because we have technically fulfilled the likelihood of this prophecy falling through with the head and shoulder top, because we have broken from our descending resistance as indicated by this descending resistance here, or I should say ascending support indicated by this red line. Now that we've broken below that, guys, if we continue to get more downside price action from here, I would think that we'd fall to 34,000. And keep in mind, that would set us up for another drop on the RSI that would be setting us up for some very, very oversold price action. Historically, price action that does get bought up with new bull trends, right? This is where we see all of this price action. Every time we've ever hit this level since 2015, it's been one of the biggest buy the dip indicators that we've ever got. So I do believe that if we do get further continuation here, it's setting up for an amazing buy opportunity. But regardless, guys, if we do draw a support level at where we're at historically, based off of our price action, these are levels that have produced a lot of buy the dip opportunities. This is one that we hit here. This was pretty much the very bottom of one of the rises in 2017. We can see that we hit it right here again. That was the bottom once again here in that rally back up. We can see that we hit it here. That was the short-term bottom at 6K. And we pretty much every bottom that we hit throughout this period of consolidation bounced off at this same level that we're at right now at about 30 RSI. And so this is actually a really strong indicator that we have used throughout history. You know, it's produced a lot of bottoms, and once again, we're sitting at this level. So regardless, guys, if we go for a low with Bitcoin on the RSI and in price, if we don't go for a low, I don't think that you can really fault yourself buying at these levels that we're at right now, because what we can see based off of the RSI is a lot of pretty much just oversold condition. We're seeing a lot of selling that's taking place. A lot of bears are stepping into the market and are really knocking the price action down. And so I'm not really too fearful about what's going on. If we go lower, it's just going to produce better buying opportunities. If we bottom here and you guys decide to buy where we're at right now, you know, I think that this is a great buying opportunity where we're at. And I mean, from all-time highs, like I stated earlier in this video, we dipped about 35%. And so historically, this has been a great area to buy Bitcoin. In the last sell-off that we saw here, this was about 31%. So, I mean, all of these sell-offs have produced, very similar type of moves, where actually a 35%er is one of the bigger sell-offs we've seen. It's actually the biggest sell-off we've seen ever since this entire rally up from March of 2020. So guys, I don't think you can get better scenarios to be buying the dip here. I think that you guys should really pay attention as what's going on. If we go lower, even better buy the dip. But really, guys, I think you should focus in on getting some accumulation going. A lot of altcoins look primed. XRP looks primed, as I pinpointed at the beginning of this video. Anyways, guys, this is a video I had for you. I just wanted to walk through, talk about some of these things that I see inside of the market. If you guys want to tune in, and if you guys want to join my Discord server, you guys want to download my free ebook, or you guys want to sign up for any of my video course or signals, links are all provided for you in the description to go ahead and do that. On top of that, if you guys want to sign up and get access to my waiting room to actually join in for the live training, links are also provided for you Links are also provided for you in the description for that as well. You'll get an email notification when the time is. You guys can actually sign up and join and tune in for that. With all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this. Don't fear the markets right now. All of this is going to blow over in due pass, I promise. This is nothing to be afraid of. Whether we go lower, whether we don't, it's whatever. This is just the way that the markets move, and I think you guys are going to be very optimistic if you choose to be positive throughout this, because as we go up in price very soon, you're not even going to be thinking about this, and the price action is just going to get the dip bought up, and it's going to go to new all-time highs quickly, and a lot of people are going to miss out thinking that this was the top when it's not. Don't fret it. Think ahead and plan ahead, and we will be profitable long-term. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and with all that being said, I'll catch you in the next one. As always, peace out.